Hello, welcome back to Disco Elysium. It's me, aproustian. So I checked my journal here, and the next thing I need to do since I restocked the trap is I need to tell Lena that I have done so.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
The elderly woman smiles up at you hopefully. I restocked the empty trap. Where's Morel?
Thank you for doing that, dear.
She manages a smile for you. Well, I am concerned for Morel.
Her smile is wary. Earlier, the bullions has left her.
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there in those reeds. Yeah.
I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
Her voice is shaky. What is going on here?
Who's gonna check the traps?
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
Something tells me it's up to me again.
No, you don't have to do that. Enough of this fool's errand. Morel will do it. Or Gary. You have work to do. I've wasted enough of everyone's time.
Ah, she feels like it's on her because her sighting is what has compelled Morel to be here.
Be real. Gary is not going to help with this.
Yeah. I can take it on with undue optimism. We'll take care of it.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Very strange. Why is she not letting me do this? It's like she's given up.
Lena, what's wrong? You seem different.
Different? How?
The half moons of her glasses reflect you as she looks up at you.
Answering a question with a question, for example. Defensive isn't her usual style.
You've given up on the phasmid.
I'm in doubt, sweetie. That's all. Everyone is now and then.
You're in doubt? About what?
It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
Uh-huh.
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream?
Right? She's doubting that she saw that as a child.
Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
Morel told me you'd seen it. You also told me.
Morel's so proud of it. He
Yeah.
always tells everyone.
And that's their connection between the two. That's what brought them together originally.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
Are you saying you made it up?
No, at least I don't think I did, but Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That. And for years, his belief made me believe too. But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
She shakes her head, still unable to meet your eyes. Yeah, and like memory can be such a fickle thing, especially childhood memories. Like you repeat a version of it to yourself long enough and you think it's true, but it might not be. So I have an identical twin sister, and it reminds me there are a few stories from our childhood that is from one of our point of view, but neither of us can agree who it happened to. Both of us remember it happening to, like, I think it happened to me, she thinks it happened to her, but it only happened to one of us. And we can't remember whose memory is that it really happened and whose memory was just, oh, I heard the story and somehow my brain mixed it up and thought it was me. And we don't know. So I can see how she can have this doubt over something that she had been telling for so long.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything.
Oh. First, tell her that her marriage hasn't been a lie. Ooh, red check cannot be retried. Suggestion. I mean, first. Oh, I'm just gonna fail this if I try it. I don't know if I can duck out and put on better clothes or things to make my suggestion better. Hmm. You're not sure you made it up either.
I'm not sure of anything. Sometimes I still see it, you know. The real memory. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart. Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
Alright, yeah, so I guess it really did mean first if I want to do that, but I'd rather... I didn't want to fail at it. That would be so disheartening. So I'm okay with this. Alright. You do that, I'll check the traps one more time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
Yeah. Are you sure you don't need help getting to Gary's?
Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
Yeah, can I have your address just in case there's news?
Okay, it's 1113 Tabernacle Road, Jamrock, but...
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
Yeah. Alright. It's been a pleasure, ma'am.
Likewise, sweetie. Thank you for everything. Truly. Even though it turned out to be a...
Okay, she flicks a switch on her chair and the engine turns on with a whir. And then the sentence remains unfinished.
A waste of time. A lie. A fool's hope. Say her lips moving in silence. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, the cold, coastal wind blows.
We should go too.
Interesting. Huh. I guess that's now done. The missing insects case was completed. Yeah. Okay. Huh. I wonder if I can still check the traps. I don't even know at this point.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
I have to somehow get into this, and I'm just wondering. I don't think it'll work, but I'm like, I wonder if I'm holding this thing, if that'll help. Like, if I can pry it open.
You see a heavy steel door with the door does not budge. The old cobalt
Yeah.
paint. It leads to a side building.
Yeah, I still don't know what to do about that. Okay, Okay, well, I guess if I actually look at my tasks then, the things I know I want to do, all of this with Suna relies on the ice cream maker defrosting, and I assume that's just going to take time. It doesn't say, but seems likely. I guess I could still get Isabel and Lillian to sign the document. Partly because I don't have any other leads on getting my gun back, and that still feels important. The rest of this I don't have. This I will do after 2100, which it is not quite yet. Okay, well maybe I can remember how to get there and go check the traps just to see. I don't know, it's not a quest anymore, but I'm curious. It's probably silly, but that's okay. Doing something that's silly but heartfelt kind of feels in line with the game.
The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak and unhealthy. A few lie on their backs with their legs twitching. Still, no phasmid. Poor things.
I don't really remember where the other traps were. Seems the walker was either very confused or drunk out of his mind. Ah, yes, that was you leaving the car. Okay, well, while I'm here... Oh, how do I go talk to you? Ah, these are stairs. I will go ahead and get their signatures.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Alright. I changed my mind. I would like you to sign the documents.
I've written his plan for the village. I guess it does sound nice enough.
Here, use my pen.
He has a pen and everything.
She takes it from you, a doubtful look in her eyes, clicks it, and places the tip on the paper.
Here you go.
Wait, why did you sign it?
I shouldn't have.
I mean, it's Everard, so it's probably a mistake.
Probably, but it is a youth centre and I have children. Got to give them something else to do. They're cute and small now, but they're growing up fast. I had my first drink when I was 11 because I was so bored. Anyhow, you also need Isabel's signature. If it's a bad idea, she won't sign. You'll find she's a tougher nut to crack than me.
Sound logic. Division of labor. She leaves the skepticism to the skeptic.
Oh my god, I am not going to point this out. I'm willing to tell people about the body in the fridge, but the motor carriage, I don't know. Okay, here goes.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Oh, I found this jacket, but it's filthy. Could you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
The lieutenant says, rubbing his thigh. Yeah, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
Nice. Okay, I got Lillian's signature. Will you sign the papers now?
Lillian should let her sword make her decisions. The girl just doesn't have the head for it. Either way, I won't sign.
So it was a test?
Aye. Lillian's not the only one who's too trusting.
Uh-huh.
She wanted to see if you would do it, and if she would.
Yeah, what do you have against the Union?
I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises they never plan to keep.
She pulls a dark red rag out of the bucket and puts it back.
Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich get a little richer. That's the way it goes. So, no, I don't trust the fat man, and neither should you.
I mean, I don't.
In her mind, the Union is right-wing because Everard is fat. It's that simple, and there's no changing it.
But that doesn't make sense. That's not. Yeah, that makes no sense.
She is headstrong, but there's a slight hesitation in there. You may be able to convince her.
Good God. Like, I understand her reasoning with the rich get richer and they don't have the poor at heart. Like, that's why I've been hesitant. But, the connection between Everard being fat and the right wing just doesn't make any sense. Okay, so this is, I think, the jacket? Is this the jacket I just did? It seems to be. The Faln Windbreaker. Element proof, always hot. You sweat like a pig. This windbreaker is like a protective cocoon, placing the wearer's torso into a pocket universe where wind, water, dirt, and fire cannot harm them. Huge writing, 100% synthetic, is proudly displayed on the chest. It lets absolutely no air through. Warning, item not actually fireproof. Okay. Touché. Okay, well, unless I increase my suggestion. Where is my... Oh, I cannot increase my suggestion any more than I already have. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to convince her. Okay, do I have any clothes that improve suggestion? I'm at -1, so something I'm wearing is lowering it, which is not good. There it is. The unsavory odor of my shirt. Okay, so I need a different shirt. +1 suggestion. Oh, I could do that. Coat. Perception is just not, or suggestion is just not going to be my forte. Okay, so that's better, and if I change my shirt... Sure, doesn't matter. At least now my suggestion is +1 instead of -1. Which still feels insufficient, but... might be about as good as I can go.
I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
It's really in her best interest to listen to you. You know how the world works.
Let's see. Perhaps some financial compensation would change your mind? Wink.
Cops bribing citizens. Doesn't it usually go the other way around?
She doesn't wait for your reply.
Do you know who takes the cream of these deals? Real estate developers, construction companies, restaurant owners, clerks, accountants in La Delta.
Yeah.
Have some integrity. You're an officer of the law, not some fat slug's corrupt little crony.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my gun back.
It's okay. She's emotional right now.
Oh,
Keep
no.
at it. We're around.
No, no, do not.
You know, there could be another way. You need to go someplace private and discreet, though. Like your shack.
Is he suggesting, my brain, that I forge her signature? I think that's what my brain is suggesting. Sure, we can do that. Not so sure about that. Okay. But... yeah, I don't actually have... I mean, I guess I have a bunch of stuff, but I don't know... I did track down my badge. I swear to God I got my badge. Huh. Okay, that's weird. Maybe it's just a bug. Okay, I need to go back to the main area because I am going to spend some time until 2100 when I can go visit the smoker in his apartment. Or, yeah, in the apartment, not on the balcony. And I think I have a book I could read, which would take a little bit of time if I can figure out how it is that I do that. Because I don't remember. Okay, let's see here. It's probably here. It's probably with the interact. I had some book something. Elysium Volume 1, Number 4. The Greatest Innocence. I feel like I already read that one. Yeah, see, I have my RCM badge. I got my badge. The 16 Days of Coldest April. Fractured Bullet. Okay, let's look at this,
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why Friesel?
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Flip through the pages, see what catches your eye.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. No advertisements, you notice. So who's funding this radical commentary? After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Read the editor's
Comrade,
note.
as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership. Perhaps they've overestimated the market demand for this kind of commentary. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Kim, I think this is a communist magazine. I can play it cool, pretend everything's in order. I'll do
You
that.
flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I want to catch up on international developments.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd.
I skip over the bear wrestling? That's surprising.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bear wrestling. Flip back to that.
Alright, let's see what this bear wrestling is all about.
It seems to be part of a new public fitness initiative in the People's Republic of Samara, SRV, devised and promoted by none other than President Kanajinsky himself.
Public fitness?
According to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, as he's affectionately known to his people, has recently decreed bear wrestling the national sport of the SRV.
Hang on, tell me more about this Uncle Sport.
Based on the description in this article, he appears to be an extremely competent and democratically elected president. Sapormat Sport Kanajinsky is well into his third decade as president of the SRV. Outside Samara, he's known for three things: brutal repression of internal dissent, monumental corruption, and a near pathological obsession with physical fitness.
Great. Now let's get to the bear wrestling.
It's quite straightforward. A standard match features one man, or in some cases woman, against one bear. Two competitors, one ring, 5 rounds, or until incapacitation.
Ugh.
According to the SRV's Ministry of Information, the program has been a tremendous success. Public support stands at 87%, and youth obesity and alcoholism rates are down 12% and 7% respectively. This is the SRV we're talking about.
Yeah.
If you think those are the real numbers, there's probably a guy who wants to sell you a bridge in Lachette.
Yeah. It probably is hard to fight a bear. But I don't think it matters if you're out of shape or if you're drunk. I think it's just hard to fight bears. Yeah, not sure I trust those numbers.
What are you, a statistician? Did the moral intern send you on a fact-finding mission? This is the SRV party line, comrade.
Kim, do you think there's any chance our case will take us to the SRV? I mean, the answer is no, but I'm still gonna ask.
The Samaran People's Republic? No, I should expect not. Why do you ask?
I see it might be fun to see a bear fight.
They're quite the spectacle, as I understand. I've heard they make the people in the front rows wear plastic sheets.
Oh, God.
On account of the blood, you see.
Yep, I got that.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
What is Kunst and Kultur?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture.
Ah.
Why they decided to title this one section in Volda is beyond you. Obviously, because it's cool to drop random phrases in foreign languages.
Yeah, duh.
As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective. The Tip Top Tournée is an inter-Isolari racing series, mostly known for its high speeds, ludicrous sponsorship deals, and high death toll. In Revachol, it's held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel racing circuit.
Okay, read the profile of CS.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Alright, see what they have to say about Tip Top?
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colourful drivers.
But
Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
I can say, wait, what's wrong with Tip Top? I mean, I would say the unsettling high death toll is probably at least one part of what's wrong with it.
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. So, all of it, basically.
Yeah. Hang on, who wrote this stuff?
Oddly enough, this article has two bylines. Nesteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
Right? Exilus Booker? Yeah.
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus?
Right.
Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms. More than that, they're likely anagrams.
That's interesting that they're anagrams. Huh. What's so bad about sponsorships?
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity.
Yeah, that is an issue.
Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a Frita.
Right, but then you get to see them crash.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest.
Yep.
At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
Yeah, you're right. I really am just in it for the violence. I feel like that's probably true.
You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
Kim, did you know Tip Top Tourney is actually an orgiastic ritual of capitalistic destruction? I had no idea. I don't know if Harry's being genuine or sarcastic here. So I'll go with this one. It says no one really watches Tip Top Tourney for the races.
Oh, come on. Can this article read your mind?
Huh, it seems to think so.
A certain kind of young man reads one or two books and suddenly thinks he understands the secret structures of reality. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I'd take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Let's see what they mean by local concerns.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dockworkers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Cape Side apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Yeah. I'm charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous.
The writer G. Martin remarks dryly that capitalists love wealth redistribution, so long as it's only redistributed upward. Good thing your rent-paying days are behind you.
That's right.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Alright, I shall put the magazine away. Interesting. So that's clearly the magazine that I picked up from the communist apartment. And I'm going back to those apartments now. Trying to remember. I think I could get in either way at this point. I think there was an entrance back here. Hi, Kuno. Oh no, there isn't. I have to be, okay. Yeah, I have to go around the other way. Poor Kuno. Kuno's gonna have a fucking heart attack. Don't do that, Kuno. You're like 11. Okay, but I can... This is where I have choices. Oh. The sea breeze carries more than salt. Meat. Not rotten. Not fresh. Grilled. Well, that's weird. Is what's her name over here grilling out on her boat? I don't want it to get too late here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I want to make sure that I catch this guy in his apartment because it's limited when I can do that. I forget exactly where 28 was. Is it this one?
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the...
Okay, that's number 10. Maybe 28 was further this way. That one I've been in. If only I remembered things. This one isn't a door. Wait, there's something else inside this guy's room?
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive size.
Alright, I think I did see that. Okay, I can go this way. Oh, I think this is the balcony. Maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. Oh, there's the guy up on the balcony. Okay. You hear distant traffic. Night is falling on the city. Of course I've thought about quitting, but for what? Okay, hello friend.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from his cigarette.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight.
Oh, we found a key hidden under a stone. Was it yours?
It was mine. My friends use it from time to time to visit me.
As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
Huh. What things am I making right? Honestly, I'm just trying to not screw things up.
Beautiful.
He says again. A nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
By the way, I'm really digging the view here. Point to the city skyline.
Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
He looks away, his cigarette end glowing in the dark.
Wait. Suddenly you're digging things?
The lieutenant whispers to you, shaking his head. Is it Friday night tonight? Feels like Friday.
Yeah, it does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather.
Why would I want to meet your friend?
Trust me, you do.
Okay, very well, I'll talk to him, but first I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run.
Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
Run where?
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
He gestures idly towards distant motorways.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Huh. Only if you promise we'll talk again, it's important. I'll say it, but I feel like this guy doesn't make promises like that.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
Huh.
We'll talk. Just not tonight.
The smoker assures you, brushing his hand through the hair.
Take care, alright?
Huh. Interesting. He says with another disarming smile before slipping off into the night. I'm curious about Kim's reaction.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
Something so different about him that I just can't put my finger on.
Different, of course.
Huh. Something so mysterious about the way he talks and moves.
Something so mysterious about the way he talks.
The lieutenant squints his eyes, trying to hold back laughter. Very mysterious.
Very.
He's barely holding it together. It's all he can do to keep from bursting out in laughter.
Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
He nods at the apartment door before you. Sure. Yeah, come on. Let me select it. There we go. Okay. Thing is, I've got a lot to explore here, but I am pretty much out of time today, so I'm going to call it here, and I will talk to the Sunday friend next time. Alright, see you later. Bye.